absolutely grow. 190 degrees, the whole building smells like corn muffin. Once you get that corn muffin smell, I know it's ready for me to add an enzyme to it. What the enzyme does is it eats all the starches and converts all the starches into sugars. Basically, glucose is what I'm getting. I leave it sit overnight, I come back in the morning, and basically I have 260 gallons of corn syrup. It's sweet and sticky, just like kelp. I then add half a pound of yeast to it. I put in my fermented large cubes back there, and in about a week they turn into a low corn beer. It's not something you want. It's a beer, but it's not carbonated, and it's not. It tastes like a flat Miller. Really is what it tastes like. Because Miller's got a lot of corn in it, so it really was more flat. Once it's done fermenting, I put it into my distill, and basically what a distill is, a still basically is a big pot that boils out the alcohol. That's really what it is. I'm boiling the alcohol out. This apparatus here, my column, basically captures that alcohol steam and turns it back into liquid alcohol. So it takes me about 8 hours to boil all the alcohol out, and what I get is basically this. This is about 8 gallons of 160 proof moonshine. If you get down, you can smell the corn sugars. It's really, really sweet. So that's moonshine. That's actually, if I make a moonshine run, this is my final product. I'll take this, I'll proof it down to 100 proof, which is when I bottle it out, I then bottle it, and I sell it. Now if I'm doing vodka, I'll take it, I'll put it back in here. I'll do the whole process 4 to 5 more times. And the reason that's important is because you want to remove the whiskey from the alcohol and make it a neutral. Vodka is basically neutral, so you can make vodka from anything. What you make it from is not what's important, really. It's how you process it is the most important part of the whole process. Now, if I'm doing a bourbon or I'm doing an aged liquor, I put it in my barrels. If you notice in the barrel, see how it's burned? That's done on purpose. They actually build a fire inside the barrel. So when they build the fire in the barrel, it boils the sap. You see that red line? That's called the whiskey line. That's where the sap in the wood actually boils and caramelizes in the sugar. So then I fill up with clear alcohol, and as the alcohol expands and contracts with temperature and weather changes, it pushes through the charcoal into the wood, touches that sugar layer, and then when it contracts, it pulls back sugars, vanillas, all those things that make a whiskey a whiskey. And over time, it transforms from a clear liquor into that nice amber or gold color associated with whiskey bourbons. The same is true whether you're doing a rum or anything else. We bottle it all here. We do everything on this site. So we do from grain to glass. So all my grain and all my ingredients are U.S. sourced. Even my glass is U.S. sourced. And I utilize my children's child labor. So it works out. And that's about it for the process. We got pizza out there, we got brisket out there. You know, enjoy yourselves. I'm trying to get horseshoes and some other games out there. If you head on in, Jackson can set you up with a taste, and you guys can try it out and see if you like it. We're here in about 40 New Hampshire liquor stores. I'm Kevin, the owner. Melissa?
Morris.
Melissa Morris.
Morris.
Okay, I can
glasses that normally small store right behind you is 50 gallons capacity. That one is electric heater, with the heat source.
And by using quality ingredients, it lessens the severity of the ferment.
And then distill.
We actually, I'll show you something. This is a large part of what gives you headaches when you drink. This is the part of the alcohol that we strip out and actually throw away. Take a little sniff. It's something. Don't take a deep breath.
Sell this to your competitors?
Well, this is something you want to use to clean your paintbrushes, or take the nail polish off.
Yeah, I got
It smells like paint.
This is the nasties. These are the ethanols and the methanols and the acetones that form a large part of, you may have seen in the liquor stores flavored vodka. Well,
that's why they flavor going through charcoal.
we, in the way we process it, get about 1.5 gallons, 2 gallons of this when we do a distillation. The big boys get 10,000 gallons every time you distill. They have the disposal part. We only have to mix it with water and we pour it down the drain. They are under a little bit different, so they wind up selling it to paint thinner places and things. Until somebody discovers, hey, we can flavor this stuff.
trying to grow
People
slowly.
will
so
drink
we'll
it.
be here for 2 years.
Yeah.
So, the next time you go to the liquor stores, look
That's
at
something I wanna learn
the
about
proofing
right now.
on the labels of the flavored vodka.
Oh, yeah. Do you
Normal
follow
vodka
some
is about 80 proof, but your flavored vodkas are about 60 proof, maybe 65. And the reason is they got to put enough flavoring in so that you can actually drink it. But if you overindulge with flavored vodka, it's got a percentage of stuff that really rocks you the next day.
Because it's not being used to peel paint.
So basically, it's, you get what you pay for. That old axiom, you know, about anything that you buy. If you're buying an inexpensive alcohol, any kind, you're getting more of the stuff that most distilleries.
We actually serve our ice cold. I'm gonna go grab
Craig, when you
it.
pull a gallon and a half, 2 gallons of that out of a batch, how big is the batch?
I will wind up
You
getting
wanna jump in on
about
that?
25 gallons of 190 proof
25 gallons, you're pulling off a gallon and a half or 2.
and pulling off gallons. So
What
that's,
percentage?
yeah, now multiply that by the big boys who are doing 10,000 or 100,000
Yeah.
gallons every time they're making it. You can sell anything, okay? And price generally, when it comes to something that you're consuming, will tell you if you're getting low end of any, no matter what you buy. So,
Thank you very much.
I don't know if he's serving out there yet, but we have brisket, smoked brisket, and ribs, and some soft drinks, and there's a gentleman out there making sourdough organic pizza, wood fired, which is something I'm gonna
So the stuff that we have instead of the yard actively and often, sticking our finger underneath the spigot and getting a sense of the flavor. There are some of the alcohols coming off the still that we don't want to bottle. They're unpleasant, and some of the southern moonshiners of yesteryear probably do not want to waste that alcohol. It's viable, it's just not pleasant. Ours is 100% organically grown corn. So that's where it gets its sweetness from, not just table sugar. It's got a whiskey note to it, but it's sweet and it smooths out pretty quickly. So I've had some of the, my neighbor growing up, he's from West Virginia, and he's given me some of the moonshine that his family has brought to where we used to live in New Jersey. It's
They're not looking for flavor.
Hunterdon County.
Yeah.
Same base, same fermentation and initial distillation. Becomes our British lightning moonshine. For the solid grade, we're going to take everything that we get from that distillation run, save it, and do probably 4 or 5 distillation runs.
Bourbon?
Just
Yes, I got all this
harvest, all that alcohol.
This was done the right way.
Sweet. It was pretty sweet. It actually,
The initial product,
there's your size
4 or
of it,
5,
but it's,
6
and then 4 minutes later it burns. Yeah.
I can't call it Kentucky bourbon, but nobody has to except the people from Kentucky.
Satisfied with the flavor off the still.
Hair of the dog? Yeah, there it is.
Filter it and slowly back to
Made from 100% corn, organic grown.
We didn't cut down to 80
Spring water.
Thank you.
for the
What do you think, ladies?
It's good. I like it. Thank
Now,
you.
let me show you something. Those little barrels right there on the windowsill.